Everyone cool? All right, okay, so we're just going to start with something just to get us moving, standing. Okay, so something very simple. Let's just use Joe for it now. You've got two objectives, okay? You're both going to try and do this. So this is both of you are going to try rather than one person attacking, one person defending. Goal is this: either to try and put their chest on your back in any way you like. Yeah. You can have a grip. You don't need a grip. Let's just have. Let's start with a neutral position. We'll just start with one grip each. So we have one grip each. Yeah. So we'll start here. Okay. You can let go of this. You can break grips. You can do stuff. But that's all your. The task is to try and get their chest on your back. Okay. Second task is either chest on the back or pick up a leg. So you can do either or, okay? All right, both people going at the same time. Good? Okay, let's give that a go. 1, 2, 3. I started the camera and I just had you hopping into shot. It was brilliant. Nice, good. But you've got your chest on the back first. Well, what about getting her hand a bit higher? Because if you can control that arm, because she's obviously, yeah, that's interesting. Because if the hand's low, then the hand's just there for the leg. But if you can get that hand real high, now she drops real low. Good? Yeah? Both trying at the same time, yeah. So both of you trying to get that, yeah? So it may end up being a lot of grip breaking stuff. So it's either chest on back or legs, or grab a leg. Okay? Good. Let's have a little play. Sorry. Nice, that's good. Yeah. Nice little pick. Beautiful little cross pattern. It's gonna be heavy breathing, this, isn't it? This whole section just heavy breathing. Cheap, that was very cheap. How'd you find that? Hard? No. It's, I don't know. So it'll be all difficult in the beginning, right? Because it's not stuff that we do often, but probably something that's good to try and go around and play around with and try and solve problems around. Okay. Put a pin in it. We might come back to it in a little bit. All right. So on Monday, we looked at 3 guards. We looked at an X guard, a single leg X, and De La Riva guard. Yeah? We're just going to quickly go through those positions again, and with each other, just get into those positions and just sort of see and feel how we can use them to do off base and unbalance and move people around. No resistance, just to feel the position and play around with them. And then we're going to try and work everything into a lovely stew of jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu stew. Okay, so let's quickly look at this. So, X guard. So we looked at like a quote unquote sort of traditional X guard. There are different variations of this, but generally speaking, an X guard, you've got your top leg, the knee is facing towards his back, and the bottom leg in this position, the knee is facing forwards. Okay, so that's the configuration of the legs. The other hand, his leg is on your shoulder, and you can either hold the knee or you can hold the leg as long as you're controlling that leg in some way. Okay, X. So you've made an X with your legs, top knee to the back, bottom knee to the front. Cool. That's classic X guard. Okay, single leg X. So we're going to make an X now, but we're going to do this. We're going to come around his leg. So rather than going under, we're coming around the leg. I'm going to turn my body. This leg that was in front is going to go behind, and the other leg is going to come on top. My hips are in the air. So now we're in a single leg X because my legs are crossed, and I've got one leg controlled. Single leg X, okay? Last one, De La Riva guard. So he steps back, drops to one knee. You've got one knee up. This leg is coming around and hooking to the hip. So it's going around one leg and hooking to the hip. This can either be the near hip or the far hip, up to you, okay? Hand grips, it varies, okay? But for now, have a sleeve grip and hold the heel. So sleeve and heel, okay? De La Riva guard. De La Riva guard, he stands up. Single leg X. X. Cool? Okay. Play around with those guards. Get into each one. You don't have to change guards, but if you want to experiment to try and blend getting into each one of those guards, by all means, play around with it. We'll spend about 5 minutes just get into those positions, feel them, get to understand them, and then we're going to start blending everything in. Cool? Okay, give it a go. 1, 2, 3. Yep. That's a De La X. That's a De La X. That's fine. It's fine. It's a De La Riva guard. So you've X'd your legs, so they call it a De La X. You're doing X guard. That leg needs to go over your shoulder. Her leg needs to go over your shoulder. There you go. So you're right underneath her, and you've got your legs. Perfect. X guard. Yep. Into an X guard. Cool. Okay. So now, single leg X, so you can get single leg X. Yeah, and where's that in your hand needs to swim? There you are. Single leg X.
Yeah.
Good, Della.
Yeah.
Della. Nice, Della. Try Della X. Della X. See, X your legs. Yep. Now see if you can pull her forward and move her around with your X. So hold, yeah, hook and lift her into you. Bring her in. Push her away. Ah. Interesting. That's good. Oh no. Nice, yeah. So if you can get that leg over your shoulder.
Yeah.
There, that's your X guard. Bang on. Fantastic. So now so that's a modified, and now you're in. Yeah, that's good. Saved by the belt.
Yeah.
Just you pulled her up just by holding the belt. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Good. Other hand. Yes. That's good. And that's your Della X. Nice. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I go for the knee. I don't go for the far hip. So if they're stood, I wouldn't go. I'd Della X, so I'll X my guard on the knee because I can't reach the far hip. And I'm too worried about reaching the far hip because someone will backstep and knee bar me. So we don't like that. Not that you guys have to worry about that. No worries for you guys now. Unless you're doing no-gi, in which case I'll knee bar the lot of you. Yeah, I have knee barred you a few times. Neil. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Other way around. Nice. Nice. Okay.
Start from standing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's X guard, yeah. Good, everyone comfortable with those positions? Everyone cool? Okay, let's play around with this then. So, we're gonna go butterfly guard. So, new guard. Butterfly guard can be played in a couple of ways. You can have 2 feet in the middle with your legs wide, or you can have 1 foot in, however way you want. Okay, so you can have 1 foot in the middle or 2 feet. You can play with whatever you want. Okay. Goal is for this person just to stay upright as best you can. Okay. My goal as the person underneath is to try and lift you up in the air and put your hands on the floor and keep them on the floor as best I can. Okay, so I've got to try and lift you up and put your hands on the floor. You've got to try and stay upright as best you can. Okay, or try and stop as best you can. Yeah. Keep the intensity sort of low to mid. Yeah, so we're not going hard, kind of low, but make it a little bit challenging, but not too challenging. You can gauge that. Give some success. All right. Everyone cool? All right. Play around with that. We go 5 minutes. Keep switching. Keep changing, and then we'll mix it into everything else, into our jiu-jitsu stew. Everyone cool? 1, 2, 3. So you can use, come under. You can change your grips. You can play around with different grips. But you always got to try and remember the best way to try and lift something is to get underneath it. No. Okay, can you go on top? Might not be good for the back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good, left up. There you go. Nice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I would stay on top for now because you're just going to be trying to lift with the legs and it's going to put pressure on the lower back. It's all right, I'll jump in as well. Play around with having an arm underneath them, like an arm on their back or an arm on their belt, or play around with that idea. See if you can get your hips, and how close can you get your hips underneath them? How close can you get before you lift? Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah. You got through the first part. You gotta look after it, so that's all good. No gi. We try again on Saturday.
Yeah.
Just try again.
Just if I push it too much.
Yeah. Well, that's it. No, I won't. No, that's it. It's rare to go to a class where people actually go, do you know what? I'm not doing it. Because otherwise, you say you push it and then you're off, and then you end up going, I'm going to be up for weeks. You just low and slow. Yeah, exactly. So no, it's all good. It's all good. Again, just small little bits. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's good. Here she goes, prancing out of the door. Prancing out of the door. Oh, to be on Easter holidays. Okay. No, I can't moonwalk. No, of course not.
The first step for juggling is moonwalking.
That makes 0 sense. 0 sense. Kid logic. See you later. No worries. Look after yourself. Take care. Lift them up. That's good. That's good. That's good. 25 seconds. Nice, Chris. Okay. Clack, 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 clack. 10 seconds. Yes. Time. All good. Okay. How did you lift them? Where did you have to have your hips? Close. Close. Yeah. You can't leg curl them unless you're super strong and can just lift your legs and lift a massive ton. Yeah. So you have to be underneath them to try and lift them. Yeah. Agreed. Cool. And that's how you were able, by being underneath, you could put your hands out. If you took those hands away, what could happen? If you took a hand away, sweep. Yeah, so you can then off balance and they can roll. So you always got to remember to sweep someone. You know, the conditions that you'll need is you need to take away a prop, so you need to take away an arm. You need to move a prop being an arm. You need to move their weight over that arm. Yeah, to be able to get on top of them. Okay. If someone's taking an arm away, you can replace that with a leg and stand. That can be one way of defending a sweep. Cool? Okay, so here's the fun part. Chris, same sort of thing again, okay? So if you go on your back, you go to butterfly. Okay. This time, he's going to try and off-balance you by either making you fall by putting the shoulder or the hips on the floor, yeah? Or again, putting the hands on the floor. If at any point, he lifts you up and put your hands on the floor, okay, or puts your hips on the floor, he gets a point. However, a point and a Malteser, okay? Back to the Maltesers again. If you manage to get into an X guard, a single leg X, or a De La Riva guard from this position, you get a box of Maltesers. It's cheeky, isn't it? It's very cheeky. Okay, so if you ever get into any of those positions, you've got to try and figure out how you can use this to your advantage to not only get one Malteser, but a box of Maltesers. Or carrots, whatever tickles your fancy. Everyone cool? Good. All right, let's play that. 1, 2, 3. 5 minutes. Okay, remember, to stop yourself from being swept, a good way of doing that is to stand. Oh, no, he's figured it out. He's figured it out. He's figured it out. Nice. You're gonna have to try and lift. What about lifting and pushing to one side? So kicking her over one way. There's an arm down there, there's a point. There's a Malteser for you right there. There's a Malteser. Remember, getting our hips underneath is a good shout. Yeah, trying to lift, to move, and lift and move. Nice, one Malteser. Oh. Do you know what? I feel like feels like I'm not giving you the box of Maltesers. I'm gonna sit down, give you one Malteser. But it was there. You had the idea. It's good. Right, it's everyone's figuring out the game. God damn it! It's good. It's good. Let's see if you can try and get, nice. So you've got underhooks there, that's cool. Nice. Nice. Didn't start the timer, did I? Didn't do it. Yeah, that one. Underneath. Underneath, yeah, that's it. There's your X underneath. Lovely. That's good, that's good, that's good. So another little go. Ah, nice. Una Malteser. There's your single leg X. You had it. He was there. He was there. The foot was on the outside. There. Now you're at Ashy. Time. Good work. Yeah. So like we were just saying, I think Jack figured it out. Because Jack was like, well, if you're gonna stand, you give me the guard. Damn it. Figured out the game. But that's the theory, right? So if the person defends the sweep, they stop, they put their leg out to defend the sweep, and that can give a guard, yeah? That can give the change, right? And you were saying the same thing, you can lift the person. If you can create that space underneath them, then you can get to those guards, yeah? So that gives you that access, yeah? Same as, although there was quite, and you mentioned as well, if you've got the legs on the inside, it's easier, isn't it, to get to X guard or single leg X because you've got the inside hooks. With De La Riva, you need an outside to in, yeah? So a little bit more tricky for the De La Riva, but challenging, but you know, not impossible. So just some things to think about when we're in these butterfly positions here, okay? Again, I want my hips underneath him, so I want to be as close as I can. If I go flat, I think I don't know if you guys noticed this, you may have noticed this. If I'm here and I try and lift him, I've got nothing really. I'm not strong at all if I'm in this position, if I'm flat. So I'm up here when I'm in this position. My hips are back, my head is forward. Now I'm in a pretty good position to start trying to lift the person, yeah? I also need to attach. I can't just lift him with my leg, and if I've got distance, it can be quite difficult to lift. So I need to get close to him to be able to lift. A good thing to think about is to come in as close as I can and get under the belt. Now I can bring him on top of me and lift him up. Yeah, because my hips can go underneath. All right, so if I can get here now, so if I can come in here, lift him up, I can swing under to get to my X. Yeah. So I'm using my feet to draw myself underneath. It's just one way of doing things, yeah? If the person steps and stands, even better, because it gives you what you want. So you can always go for the sweep and he'll stand to defend, and now I can come underneath, yeah? So there are little options from there. Okay, everyone cool? So here's me now taking a leaf out of Cal Jones' book, okay? We're now going to try and we've been working on guard for the last 2-3 weeks, maybe, playing with off balancing, playing with a few different guards, playing with posture, keeping posture broken, regaining posture. We're going to try and move this into other things, okay? So we're going to blend this into stuff. So I'm going to go back to standing. So this is what I want you guys to do. You're going to move around. You're going to do the same thing we did again, which is to try and get chest to back or single leg. If you manage to get any of those things, the other person is going to allow you to take them down. Okay, so just for example, if I'm here, I get chest to back. Yeah, if I get this position, you stop and you allow the takedown. That's a really rubbish takedown. Let's do that again. I'll be kind. So I come here and I drop. Allow the takedown. As soon as you hit the floor, game on. My goal, try and pin him. Yeah, to try and go chest to chest or chest to back. His goal is to get into a guard, any guard. Okay? So as soon as that takedown gone, game on. Yeah? So you move around nice and light, try and get same sort of energy as we had at the beginning. Move around nice and light. You see the opportunity, you get the chest to back or you pick up a leg. As soon as that happens, you allow the takedown. Takedown goes to the floor. As soon as that happens, boom, game on. You've got to go chest to chest, chest to back. Person who has initiated the takedown, person who is on their back needs to get to a guard. Close guard, open guard, as long as they're controlled. Butterfly guard, X guard. Single leg X, De La Riva guard, yeah? I'm not going to put any points in this one. Sorry, no Maltesers this round. I think you've had enough. I'm cutting you guys off. Everyone cool? Okay, grab a new partner. Let's play with that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go. So again, like I say, as soon as you get there, you allow. There it is, right. Go to a guard, to a guard. Any guard, any guard. Pick a guard, any guard. If you can get around, good. Chest to chest, excellent. Okay, there it is. Now you get the throw. Good, go, go, up, 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 up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it. There's a leg, there's a leg, there's a leg. You get your takedown. Get that guard, get the guard, get the bast. Nice, 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 nice. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, now we can see what we need. We need barriers. We need things in the way to stop them from getting around, don't we? So let's go again. We need to set up some boundaries. Oh, there's it. We'll take that. We'll take that. There's a leg. There's a leg. Take down. Guard. 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 Single leg X. Oh, it's back. I'll take that. I'll take that as a guard. I'll take that as a guard. It's something. You had your legs in front of you. There's a leg. Give him the guard. Oh! And you need flatten. There's the flatten. There's the flatten. Just need to keep that attachment. You need to try and keep that attachment, Joe, if you can. It's good. It's good. Still got 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. So just pace, pace. There's a. There's a leg. There's a leg. Good. Go. God. Nice. He's like, I got it, but. Nice. A guard. Excellent. You got a guard. Got a guard. Just got a guard. That's good. God, 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 God. Good work, good work, good work. Much better, much better. Fantastic. Butterfly. Butterfly. Very good. Try and get that guy, get those legs back. And try and control something with their upper body. Grab his upper body with something. I love it. I love it. Excellent. There we go. Great work. Great work. Yeah. Ooh, so close. There you go. We'll take that. It's color asleep. Minute and a half. Minute left. What's nice is we're seeing this is good. I like this. I like this a lot. Boom. Go. Get it. Get it. Finish it. Finish it. Finish it. Finish it. Finish it. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's not. I'm not having it. She just sits down for God. That's it. Nice, nice. Get past those chest to chest. Get past chest to chest. That's an ashigarami right there. That's an ashigarami right there. That's an ashi. That's an ashi if ever I saw one.
Yeah.
10 seconds. See you get one more. See you get one more. See you get one more. There it is. Go. Get that guard. Get the guard. Get the guard. Time. Saved by the bell. How was that? I thought that was quite cool. I was thinking about that earlier. That'd be really good. I think what is quite nice about it is that it blends standing to the guard in a different way. The simple way of doing this is just pull guard, right? I'm not unopposed from pulling guard, as you all know, right? But it is good to work different ideas and in ways that we can actually practice it. Because I could say, right, take the person down. The other person just defends for the whole time and no one actually gets to practice anything that is worthwhile, you know, within context of what we're doing. But with this, it's quite nice. So, yeah, good. What was interesting, what I observed and what I saw was at the beginning, whenever everyone threw or took someone down, you ended up in side control or on the back, or you got past the leg straight away. As time went on, the guards started to come in. You could see that more, and people were getting their legs back, getting everything back into different positions. Whether that was because you worked the way back, or you ended up the takedown. You ended up in those positions. Maybe you just sort of perceived it a little bit easier, so you saw that later on. I don't know.
Definitely quicker.
Yeah.
Quicker as we went on. But kind of you already put the guard on before the other person's trying to
Yeah.
get around to get inside.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's the opportunity.
Oh yeah. That's good. So you're seeing the perception and action there.
Yeah, I thought from like if you got the single leg takedown, it's easier to get the guard.
Yeah.
If you get the back and over the shoulder,
Yeah.
it was easier to get the side control.
Okay. So after the throw, it was harder to get the guard back.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's
Whereas
interesting.
with the single leg, because that was normally always between the legs.
Yes.
So you had a hook in,
Yes.
Yeah.
so you could kind of work.
Mm.
Unless they brought the leg to the other side, which we did.
See, this is now we're talking about it. Like, well, maybe I put the leg out to one side and I could rotate down. Maybe it would be a bit different. So that's cool. Something to try next time. The other thing that was interesting, you guys were playing more upright, and you guys were playing more bent down. Just the way things are. If you've watched a lot of jiu-jitsu, what you will see a lot of is people coming out in wrestling stances and not in upright judo stances. You don't really see it much. You see people come out really low. So the opportunity's there if the person's upright and they're playing that with you. Yeah. So there's no reason why you can't. I think it's always good to know this sort of stuff and how to turn and off balance persons from a turning throw. So it's all part of it. If the opportunity's there, if the person's upright, because you may end up pulling someone and they pull back, and then you can reset and catch them on a reset, or you can both relax for a second as they come up. You can come down, or you can pull down and bring them up. So there are ways of making that happen, which is something you can do in isolation, right? You can be moving around and trying to put pressure down and to see what the reaction of the other person is. If you pull down on the person, so the action reaction, if I pull down, the other person pulls back up. You let go, they pop up. Now you have potential and opportunity to get their chest on your back. One thing, not all. Cool, good. All right, any questions, anything at all? Sweet, okay, so let's do a couple of rounds and we'll call it a night. I'll jump in and we'll play back. Cool, okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.